Hello, ladies. Happy Monday. I'm so excited to be here and just share a few things with you today. But I just have to say, I'm in Oregon, and once the rain hits, it is 9 months out of the year that we're just in the rain, and I'm feeling it today. Like the sun was out last week, and then all of a sudden, just rain, and it is like no. So hopefully, you guys are enjoying some little bits of summer, the last little tiny bit that we have. Okay. Anyways, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit today just about pre-planning. This can also be helpful for people that have hit a plateau. So this is kind of going to go over a few different things, and we're just chatting about it today, just sharing some general thoughts to help with pre-planning, and also help if maybe you're stuck in a plateau and you're like, what is going on? So I know that you've heard us talk a lot about pre-planning, but it is the game changer. I am telling you, if you are still ending your day feeling like it didn't go well, you're left with macros, you're constantly over, pre-plan. Like, even when it, for me personally, even when it comes down to not having, and I mean, now that I've done it for such a long time, it's a lot easier. But when I was starting, it even came down to not having like one meal or one snack planned. Like, I'll say, oh, I'll do that when I get to it. It'll be fine. It's just the one. And then it ruins the whole day. And it also ruins it mentally, right? Like, then you're just in a bad state of mind, and it just sets your whole day and week up to not feel very good. So if you're finding yourself in that continuous pattern, then this is just some little things. And of course, there's so much more deeper stuff than that, but just a few things to hopefully help a little bit. So the first thing I want to say is enter all of your protein first while leaving a little bit left over to fill in the gaps with snacks, right? Because we want you eating like every 2 to 3 hours to help keep your energy up and really help with your results, right? So we want you eating often. And if we're eating it all in one sitting, that's not going to help. So definitely plan your protein first while leaving a little bit. When you're creating your meals, I also want you to think of, do I have a protein and do I have a plant in my meal? So a vegetable, protein, plant, or a protein and color, right? So if you have those two things built onto your plate, into your meal, then that's great. And I want you to, this is going to sound huge and like a lot, but I promise it's doable. Aim for 400 to 500 grams of veggies a day. Also, 350 grams of fruit. I know that sounds like a lot, and you're like, Katie, what in the world? Like, I am going to be eating like a rabbit. I promise you that it is not as much as you think. And this is for my people that are wanting to level up your results, right? Like, this is kind of where those plateau people come in. Hey, I'm hitting a plateau. Um, Aim for 400 to 500 grams of veggies and about 300 to 350 grams of fruit, and see if that breaks it, because we always want you eating the most food while getting results. So if it's just a matter of adding in some more really healthy, nutritious food into your day, that's amazing. Like, there really, it doesn't get much better than that, in my opinion. Um, so again, it's going to level up your results and your mind and how your body functions. I can't tell you that once I started doing that, I just felt better, like mind, body, and soul, and all of the things. Okay, so we could go down a rabbit hole with that, but I'm trying to keep this short for y'all today. So once you have your protein and a plant, then what's left is your carbs and your fats, right? So I really want to encourage you guys in this area, or you ladies in this area, to really focus on quality with all three macros, of course, but when it comes to carbs and fats, really focusing on quality. So some good examples for quality carbs are going to be sweet potatoes, quinoa, whole wheat grains, oats, beans, and lentils. Like, those are an amazing sources to get your carbs from, rather than like white breads and pasta, processed pastas, like refined sugars and things like that. Those are not going to be optimal for results. There's a whole other rabbit hole to go down with those, as they spike your insulin levels. And then when those drop, you actually feel way more hungry, even though you just ate a large meal. There's so much more to that. But you guys, quality foods here. So quality fats, avocado oil, peanut butter, nuts, seeds, coconut, Hummus. There are so many super healthy fats to fill those in. So, just to kind of recap, once you have your protein in your plant, then you're going to pick out your healthy, nutritious carb. Then you're going to make sure that you have some added fat in there. And then what you're going to do is make sure that that is a pretty balanced meal and it's balanced throughout the day where you've left room for some snacks. Because remember, we want to be eating every about 2 to 3 hours for the utmost sustained energy because we know you are busy. Um, and I wanted to leave a little bit of food for thought here. And this might be kind of hard to hear for some people just because and this is also for my ladies who are plateauing again. So, if you are eating more than your body can handle in one sitting, you're eating these very large um, meals, these super fatty, large meals. I kind of like to think like Thanksgiving, like it's just this one large meal. Even if it fits your macros for the day, you're going to store excess fat. So I'm going to say that just one more time because I feel it's very important. If you are eating more than your body can handle in one sitting, even if it fits your macros for the day, you're going to store excess fat because your body doesn't need that. So what is it going to do with it? Where does it go? It's going to store it for fat for later. Ladies, we don't want that. We don't want it. So balance your meals, pre-plan your days, give yourself the grace and the space to do that. It's so important. I know life is busy, but this one thing, if you can really start implementing it into your life, is going to be a game changer. Now, I talk to a lot of clients and women who struggle with that. So, my advice would be to start with 1 to 2 days a week. Take the night before and plan the whole entire day out. See what it really looks like. Take the time to invest in you and your success in pre planning so you can really start seeing what that even looks like. That was something that I did when I first started. I literally planned my whole entire days out ahead of time and it just made it so much easier. I didn't second guess anything. It was just there laid out. And I started really understanding what worked for me in my body. And I was just able to be so much more successful in my results, my mental clarity, just all of the things. So I'm just going to leave you guys with that today. That was just kind of my chat for today. And again, I love talking about pre-planning because it is so important. And I know some of you have heard it time and time and time again, but we also have so many beautiful new women in here who may not know where to start. And this is just a learning piece, right? For all you that are just starting. So pre-plan, pre-plan, and pre-plan again. I hope you guys are having a beautiful Monday and we will all chat so very soon. Bye, you guys.